welcome to the channel or welcome back. So in today's video, I am having something very exciting coming up. So as you guys know, if you watched my previous video when I rode with Sammy, you guys will know that I have a horse show coming up, which is super exciting. I honestly can't wait. And that is in a couple of days, which is honestly, that is crazy. But today I have the announcements of the horse that I'm going to be showing at my horse show and all of the classes that I'm going to be doing. So today is a GoPro Ride With Me vlog, but I thought why not today share the exciting news and tell you guys which horses I'm riding and which class I'm going to be doing. Okay, so for the big reveal, the horse that I'm going to be riding is Confetti. This was kind of a, I don't know, it was kind of like a hard, it wasn't very hard, but it was kind of obvious that I was going to choose him because I haven't shown him, and personally I think he would be like a really nice step up for me this year, because last year I showed Wrangler and he does has his own like differences and hardnesses to ride him, but Confetti has a very bouncy trot and a very big stride in the canter. So I definitely think to bring my confidence up in showing, I definitely think he would be a great option for me. I was thinking of maybe showing Red, but I decided to show Confetti because I thought he would be a better option for me for this year. I'm not saying that I'm going to be showing him for all of the shows this year. For this show, for sure, I'm going to be showing him. And then for my next show, maybe that's in August, I might be showing Red. Definitely not Sammy because she's pregnant. She's gonna be pregnant. And yeah, maybe Red. And there's also a horse named Felix. He's currently sore and he does know how to do English. And he's currently sore. Maybe if he isn't sore, I might show him. So that show is on the 23rd of August. And then there's gonna be another show. It's gonna be like a Halloween show on, I think it's gonna be on November or October, I can't remember. But yeah, so I'm gonna be showing maybe in the show that's coming up in the 23rd of August, I'm not sure. Might be Confetti or Felix. And then for the Halloween show, I'm guessing Confetti, Felix, or Red. So I still haven't decided for those shows, but for this show, I'm for sure showing Confetti. Anyways, let's talk about the classes that I'm going to be showing in. So my first class is, let me double check. Okay, so my first class is going to be ranch rails. So this class I was practicing in my last GoPro Ride With Me vlog, and I was practicing ranch rail. It's basically there's an extended and regular version of each gait, like a regular walk, an extended walk, a regular jog, an extended jog, and a regular lope, an extended lope. So that's gonna be really fun, and you are allowed to even hold the horn when you're jogging or loping. You're allowed to, and you're allowed to post the trot, 2-point the trot, and then you're allowed to 2 points or half seat in the canter lope. And that is done in the English saddle, so Western saddle, not English. And basically, it's just to see how well your horse could go out there, work on a ranch, you know, herd up some cows and do all that stuff. So that's ranch trail, and then there's gonna be ranch reining. So ranch reining is the same thing as reining, but it just has a different, like it doesn't have the maneuvers. It doesn't have any lead changes. There's not gonna be, so basically, ranch rail is not a pattern. It is a rail class. It is also known as working Western rail. Some of you guys might know by that name. It's just round the rail. It's a rail class, and it's a flat class. Round training is a pattern class, and a usual reining pattern is you would do a large fast Well, usually it's like this. Obviously patterns may vary, but an example is a large fast circle to the, two large fast circles to the left. And so that is going to be, it is done at an extended lope and a slow lope. So the extended lope would be the large fast, and then the slow lope would be the slow and small. Then you would do rollbacks. Basically, you would run down the quarter line length at an extended lope. You would stop, turn back to the outside, run down, stop, and turn back to the outside. And then also there's spins. So basically, your horse does a turn on the haunches. It's a bit quicker than turn on the haunches. And then my next class is Western Pleasure. It's very, very similar to Run Trail. It's also a rail and flat class, but it does have some, like, it has its differences. There's only regular version of each gait, and it has, and you're only allowed to sit the trot, which is going to be really hard for confetti. I'll try to keep them collected, but yeah, we'll see how I cope. And then there's gonna be, yeah, walk, jog, and lope. And you're only allowed to sit, and you can't touch the saddle. And for rein, you're not allowed to touch the saddle either. Then there's Western Horsemanship. It is a pattern class. Something like a pattern would be enter at a, you're only allowed to sit the trot, enter at a jog, pick up left lead, do a circle, slow down, slow down to the trot, do a circle, halt, back up approximately like 6 steps, I think it was last pattern. Yeah, 6 steps, and then exit forward. Yeah, that's kind of like a pattern that you would do. Last year I did walk trot, but this year I'm doing open, which is with loping. And yeah, and then there is English equitation. Oh, trail. Trail is basically a series of obstacles you go through. Nothing much there. Hunter under saddle, same thing as Western Pleasure, but you're judged on the right posting diagonal as well, and you do have to post the trot. And there's also going to be English equitation, which is same thing as Western Horsemanship, just in the English saddle, and you're allowed to post. So those are all the classes I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be doing all of those with confetti. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy my Go Parade With Me vlog, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! Hey guys, welcome to the Go Parade With Me vlog part of the video. So I've already tacked up confetti and groomed him, and it is time to just tighten his girth. But I didn't really get any footage of me grooming or tacking him up, which I do apologize. But if I decide to wear my GoPro to the show, I will for sure get some footage of me grooming and tacking him up. So sorry about that, I didn't really get any footage of me grooming, but next time hopefully if somebody is willing to film me, hopefully I can get some footage of me tacking up. So as you can see, I've already got on confetti and we're just walking around. Here we have a quick what is happening in real time clip for you guys. So basically you guys can hear what I'm saying and what my trainer's saying. So enjoy this quick little clip of real-time audio.
Good. Really nice.
So there you guys go. Anyways, so we are basically practicing the correct frame that I should be riding confetti in for my horse show. Here we just practiced a little halt and basically really getting him soft in the bridle, and basically the frame his head shouldn't be up too much so it looks wild, but it also shouldn't be down too much. It should just be a little bit collected frame for the hunter under saddle and equitation classes. And I actually do have a double lesson today, and I'm very, very grateful for this opportunity to practice for my horse show better, because I definitely need the practice. I mean, I do feel very, very prepared, but I do think I still need a little bit of practice, and now I feel even more prepared. And here we're practicing some circling, so we're just gonna be doing some rail practice today, and also practicing some stuff that I need for my equitation class, which is getting the right lead, the right diagonal, all that stuff. And here we are practicing sitting the trot, and Confetti is being just such an amazing boy. I believe we are sitting the trot. So basically what we're practicing today is practicing getting the correct frame at the walk, and just practicing some stuff that I might need for my hunter undersaddle, for my English equitation class, which will be a pattern. We didn't actually practice a pattern since I felt pretty confident in my pattern skills, and we were practicing a little bit of circling at the canter as well, because in the English equitation class there will probably be circling at the canter. I don't quite know because I don't know the pattern yet. And here we're practicing getting the right diagonal at the trot. Personally, I do feel kind of confident, but sometimes I'm getting better at seeing which diagonal and which lead I'm on better. But I definitely think it's always great to practice, especially before a show, especially before an English show, because they will be judging on the correct lead and the diagonal. Obviously, Western shows will be judging on the correct lead as well, but for some Western shows you don't need to post at all, so you don't have to worry about that. And not gonna lie, it is kind of easier to identify like which diagonal I should be on with Confetti, like when I'm sitting and then moving, like when I'm sitting and then it will be time for me to actually start posting. It's kind of easy to see which diagonal, because his trot is so bouncy and it really does lift you up in the correct diagonal. I don't know why his trot is so bouncy. He has the most amazing canter on. He has just such a good canter with him. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to speak today, guys. Apparently, I don't know, my tongue is just not working. I have no clue how to speak, so I do apologize, but he has the best canter I've ever sat. It's just so smooth, and it feels like you're riding like a wave or something like that. It's just really nice, and it's probably so good for me to learn how to canter in the English saddle. I have cantered in the English saddle only a couple of times, so I'm still pretty new to it. I've cantered a lot in the Western saddle though. I've actually been riding for about 2 years now, and basically the reason that I'm riding Confetti so much in the English saddle is because he's one of the only horses that can jump, and he's basically taking me onto the road for jumping. Obviously very low cross rails because he is getting old, but basically taking me onto the road for jumping, and then hopefully once I already know how to do it, then we will start thinking of maybe purchasing or leasing a horse. Anyways, coming up is a quick clip of me getting my first canter in this lesson, and also some real life audio for you guys, so enjoy. So that was my first canter of the lesson, and he picked it up beautifully. He got the right lead as well. Confetti does get the right lead quite easily, but all you have to do is just set him up. Not set him up. Well, yes, kind of setting him up. You have to gather his energy a lot. Basically, what you have to do is kind of half halt, and also press your outside leg back and then your inside leg forward, so he knows that he has to get the right lead. And then when you feel that he gets enough energy, you're supposed to do the kissing sound, and he will just go forward. So yeah, today we're definitely going to be practicing a lot of cantering, because yeah, that's one of the most things that I need to practice for my show. And yes, so here we slow it back down to a trot. We were doing only trot to canter transitions in this lesson. So basically we would go from a canter to a trot, and I would post it, and then my trainer would say canter. I would have to sit the trot, obviously, and basically I would try to collect him as soon as possible, because it's fairly impossible to sit his trot without collecting him, or else you will bounce right out of the saddle. I'm not joking, it is that bouncy that you will lose your stirrups and that you will fall off, so it is crucial to collect him before you start cantering. And here we picked up the correct lead again and doing canters. And yeah, so I haven't practiced that much of trot to canter or canter to trot transitions. It's a fairly new thing for me. And here we slowed back down to a trot, which was actually a really, really nice transition. Like watching back, I think it was a really nice transition there. And here I'm collecting him just a bit, so it is suitable for me to sit the trot and then canter him again. I do feel very prepared for the hunter under saddle classes. I just have to remember to sit and just when we're going back down to the trot, collect him as soon as possible, especially if we need to do a sitting trot. And here I'm just gonna let him walk on a loose rein, take a break, and then we are going to be starting cantering in the other way. Here I'm sitting the trot and collecting him, and here we picked up our canter. Don't worry, we did loads more cantering than this, and we obviously took a lot of walking breaks, so Confetti was not super tired. And yeah, his canter is just amazing, and I can sit it fairly well. It's very smooth. It is quite fast though. I mean, it doesn't look very fast on camera, but it is quite fast. Definitely faster than Sedona's. I think his and Sammy's canter is about the same. But yeah, Sammy's canter is a little bit more bumpy, and you do have to collect her a little bit as well. But I'm doing way better on sitting her canter, and definitely I will not be taking her to any shows this year, but once her foal is weaned and once she is, ready to be ridden again, I will for sure hopefully take her on a show. And I'm definitely glad that my trainer decided to breed her, definitely getting my last rides before, it is time for her to end riding and be a mom. Here we were practicing basically picking up, let's say, just going on a straight line and picking up the right diagonal. And basically my trainer will call out, pick up the right diagonal or pick up the left diagonal, and I would have to pick up that diagonal and kind of feel with my seat, because in the English equitation classes sometimes they will make you pick up the wrong diagonal for that way, just to test if you can actually do that. Here it is time to untack Mr. Confetti. I did have a double this, like I said, I did have a double this lesson, and I'm actually going to be riding Miss Sammy. Gave him lots of cuddles. And here is a third person clip of me cantering Confetti. Guys, look at my seat compared to my first ever canter on him a while ago. I have a feeling my back is way more straight and I'm not bouncing as much, and I definitely kept my stirrups really, really nicely this lesson, and thanks to Confetti, he was being an amazing boy, and I'm just really, really happy and I feel very lucky to be showing him this season, because he's just an amazing horse to show in the English and the Western saddle. And this is actually how a GoPro looks like from a third-person view. It's definitely very weird. Like, it looks so bulky on somebody's head, but yeah. Here I think that we did take a couple of trot steps, but definitely have to keep him going because he is a little bit on the lazier side. Obviously, once you get him cantering, he'll keep on cantering, but sometimes he'll test you and be like, can we go back to a trot now? But don't worry, we gave him lots of breaks, and he's just an amazing boy. And yeah, here we did our trot to canter transitions, and we did canter to trot. And here I'm just checking on which posting diagonal I have, and I believe I have the right one. I'm not quite sure. And there, I almost lost my stirrups, but I didn't. And here is another clip of me doing keyhole on Sammy, and that is going to be nearing the end for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. This is my other lesson, by the way. And I will see you guys on the next video, which will probably be my show video. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.